The concept of this video is to understand theories associated with guilt and how to manage it. Guilt is most commonly defined as a cognitive or emotional experience, where an individual believes they have caused harm to others. Theorists suggest that it is a negative feeling with positive social consequences. Guilt comes in many forms. However, the most common types of guilt are guilt for something you did, and survivor guilt, where one believes you have done something wrong for surviving a traumatic event that others didn't. The main theories associated with guilt are evolutionary theory and psychodynamic theory. Evolutionary theory defines guilt as emerging from natural selection because it prevented humans from performing actions that might damage their relationship with others, whereas psychodynamic theory states that the moral sense of guilt is the expression of the tension between the ego and the superego. A major theory associated with guilt is evolutionary game theory, which states that the focus for guilt is associated with three classes of behaviours in humans. 1. The anticipation of guilt prevents social transgression. 2. The experience of guilt leads to reparative behaviours such as apology, gift-giving, acceptance of punishment and self-punishment. And 3. Expressions of guilt lead to decreased punishing behaviours and forgiveness by group members. The most common approach in this theory is the prisoner's dilemma, which is a two-player game where each player has two possible strategies: cooperate or defect. Cooperation in this game is an altruistic strategy, as those that choose to cooperate will incur a cost and increase their partner's payoff. A significant guilt reduction strategy is the process of dehumanizing the victim. This is strongly related to the denial of similar feelings to the victim, such as sympathy or empathy. Another guilt reduction strategy is to focus on the details of an event rather than on the interpersonal relationship. Lifton's 1986 observational study conducted on the guards and staff of a Nazi concentration camp found that they preferred to focus their attention on checking lists and following technical procedure rather than the broader moral implications of the mass murder being carried out. A further study conducted by Cantrell on Hiroshima survivors focused on the retelling of events and linguistic techniques to portray the favourable self to the listener. Overall, guilt is a complex emotion that can only be understood and experienced by the sufferer. For more information on this topic, follow the link in the description to the book chapter.